Congrats on that honor. I mean, what's your reaction to that? I mean, does it to get that respect from the league and just kind of what it means about your standing on this team and kind of the expectations for you individually as a leader?
I would say it's just really cool, but I'm not. I mean, like it's always nice to have those things, but I wouldn't really say like it's like the greatest honor. I feel like just getting to play with my team this last year is the greatest honor I could have. And again, like it's nice to be recognized, but there's so many other girls being recognized too on our team, like Ariel, Taya, and I'm just super happy that everybody's getting the recognition and that, we're all here to play with each other for our last season.
What's it like getting to play with so many seniors on this team and just like have so many experienced players that have been there and done that going into the season?
I think it's great. I've never, in my 4 years here, we've never had this big of a senior class, so I think it's really cool, and all of them are like my best friends. We all always hang out with each other and everything, so I think it's really cool and really neat. Normally we do like a weekend dedicated to each senior, but we had to do a day because we have so many seniors now. But I think it's great, and I think we all know what we want this year, and it's been good like seeing us grow because we have really experienced players and a whole bunch of them. Then the other half of the team is just incoming and like newer people, so I really think that we've done a good job of just helping them along and getting ready for season.
How do you think? Go ahead. You guys have taken obvious steps kind of each year to kind of get better and move a little farther. What's it take to get to Oklahoma City? Obviously, that's the big goal. What does this team got to do to get there?
I think it's just the mentality. I think every year we come in with a better mentality than the year before, and we do a lot of work on that. Like we do our duck IDs. We have so much team talk. It's not just about like the physicality of it, because we have that, but I think for our team to go to Oklahoma City and just even going to Super Regionals last year, it took so much out of us mentally and physically, but I feel like the mental part is a key part.
How does the chemistry with this group of seniors kind of help you guys take that next level, especially since you've had so much time growing together over these last 3-4 seasons?
It's been great, and I feel like over the past like 4 years we've been here, some 5, we've just really grown and like figured out what we want and how we want to leave this team, especially on our last year, and like what legacy we want to leave. So I really think that we've just put our team first in everything, and just really getting to get everybody to come along with us, newer people, having them tag along, and then it's just been like a smooth flow.
How have some of the newer recruits adjusted so far right now to the team, some of the transfers this year?
They've been doing good. They come in and they get right along, like Emma and then Lefty. They've been great additions to the team, and they come in, they work hard, and we just all immediately started clicking, so I think that's really important for us.
Obviously, Tara's still around, but losing Tara and Bonk as leaders and middle of the order bats, just how do you feel like the process has gone the last few months of kind of adjusting to them not being out there on the field with you and kind of filling their production?
Yeah, it's definitely hard losing 2 players like that, especially because I feel like they were like a good chunk of our run production, but I feel like everybody so far in like our scrimmages, everybody stepped up, have done their part, and like the run production I feel like is still like the same, and like everybody's just playing their part and doing their role, and I feel like that's what we have to do, especially when you have 2 people like that leave.
You talked about the mental challenge last year, and you guys embraced that postseason mentality and kind of put that pressure on yourselves to perform at that level throughout the course of the season. Is that something you look to do again, or did you learn some things from last year that maybe you can tweak that might kind of take some of the pressure off while keeping you that focus so that you still have a lot of gas left in the tank at the end?
I still feel like the pressure's still there. I feel like it'll always be there, especially going into postseason. But I would say we just looked at it as like, okay, well, what can we do better? We got one step further than we did last year, so now what can we do better this year to get to the World Series and step even further?
Specifically to that, what were those things that you guys think, tangibly, what kinds of things do you think you guys have the opportunity to improve on that might help you make that next step?
I think it's slowing the game down. I feel like last year we got a little bit too ahead of ourselves. Our bodies were moving way faster than our minds were. And I think, again, just slowing down, knowing that we're there for a reason and we are meant to be there. And again, just working together. Not that we didn't, but I would say just really leaning on each other, because during that time our bodies are tired. we just, like we're just trying to get through it. So I think just continuing that mental grind and just using each other to really help elevate our entire team together.
So is how you define postseason mentality maybe change a little bit this year? I mean, you still want to have that be the focus, but did you learn anything last year, last couple of years, where postseason mentality maybe means something a little different now?
Honestly, I don't really think it means something different. I think it's just now that we've experienced that feeling, like we want it more and more. And being right there, being 2 games away from going to the World Series was like kind of like what we're going into this year with. Like we were 2 games away from being in OKC when we wanted to. And so I think, again, it's just like having that same mindset that we had last year, but then putting some puzzle pieces together.
You've been kind of an unsung hero. I mean, you've been really productive. You've been really efficient on the bases, but the team coming in has the potential to be even more productive on the bases. I mean, this perhaps is the most team speed I've seen on a team in the Pac-12 ever. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, definitely. Our team we've always talked about in the past how we have great speed and that we utilize it to our advantage and that we can just create chaos on the bases. And I feel like with the additions that we got this year, it's just going to be even more off the charts. We're always trying to like aim for like a super high number, like get to 100 steals a year, those types of things. So I think those goals that we have will definitely reach this year because we just have the speed is crazy during practice. Like we're just like literally running around the bases, and it's hard to get our runners out when we're playing against each other. So I think that the speed is just there, and it's always been there, but it's even more this year.
How ready are you to show that speed and the talent you guys have to the world? Obviously, you guys see it every day in practice, but how ready are you to face another opponent other than yourselves?
I think we're really ready. I would say that this year, this team, especially with like some of the seniors leaving from last year, looks a lot different than like the past 4 or 5 years, just because, again, we have like a handful of experienced people and then a handful of freshmen and transfers coming in that don't know our ways yet. But I feel like we are just ready to like go out there and show the world what we can do because we have so much adversity everywhere, like infield, outfield, lineup wise, like we have so much adversity. So I think we're ready to go.
Last off season, you guys really took up kind of that mentality, like you've talked about, that mental toughness in reading. Did you do any reading over the off season, or was there maybe something else that you guys kind of leaned in towards in the off season to help you prepare mentally for another season?
No, not any specific readings, but we do watch a lot of videos just about like the mindset, and we like really designate time during our practice to talk about our mindset because I just, again, over these past couple of years, being in the postseason and like getting a step further than we were, it's literally all just about the mindset because we know we could do it physically, but the mindset is what's going to get you there. So we just really hone in and focus on that. And once we get like the mindset we need, then I feel like that'll just take us to where we need to go.